Alright guys, so I'm here to review the new AVATR 06T, and I'm just here to show you, do a quick walk around for you. So like I usually do, I'll start from the top. So up there you can see a radar sensor on the roof, and then right beneath it is your cameras integrated into the windshield, which will serve as your rain sensing wiper, safety, that kind of thing. And you can see the windshield is nicely tinted from factory. It has this bluish tint to it. I'm not sure if the tint itself is blue or it's just a reflection of the color of the car, but it's a nice size windshield. And then we come to the bonnet. You can see that the bonnet has this nice design to it. It's not completely flat. It's flat in the middle, but it has some creases on the edges, and it doesn't slide down. You have a continuation of the body up to this area. So overall it's a nice design. And you also have a front space, so you pull a lever twice in there and it opens, and it's not electronic. You have to come out and lift it by hand, but it's got gas struts here, so lifting it up is going to be quite easy. And lifting it feels quite heavy. It's quite solid as well. And you can see it's got this carpet inserts, just like what is used to cover engine cars to prevent noise. So they're doing everything to help with sound deadening. And you can see it opens quite high, and when it opens you have very nice, I won't say it's a deeper space, it's not at all, but you can put some backpacks or travel stuff in here. And there's an opening here. You can open this to allow water to drain out. There's this nice design pattern here which serve as channels for the water to drain out. You got AVATR badging here, and if you look at the plastics that have been used, all feel very solid, and the texture feels good as well. And you open here to refill your coolant, and then up here, and then on the side here you have your wiper fluid refill. So overall a nice design of the front area. And I would say, looking at it from here, it has this sloping Tesla style design, but there's a lot more. I would say there's a lot of quality going on here. I'm really impressed by the type of plastics that have been used, and you got these rubber seals all around it to prevent water from getting in there on those stubborn rainy days. And to shut it, you just pull it down and then you can press to shut it. So, and if we come to the lighting department, this is their signature daytime running lights, very huge. You have your autonomous driving light, blue light in here, and then down here in this assembly you have your main beams, the high and low beams, all sitting in this very unique design assembly here. So it's quite unique. And then we go on to the side, take a look at the tires. So this one is coming with some Continental Premium Contact C tires in tire size 255/45 rim 20, and sitting on this nice rims here. So very solid feeling alloy rims. I like the design of these rims, and the tires got some good thread in there. And in there, this is the max version, which comes with conventional style suspension. But if you go for the Max Plus, then you're going to have air suspension. And we got some very thick brake disc in there, and brake caliper, all looking conventional. And I'm not sure if you can spec it up to have some nicely painted brake caliper, but this is what you have. Maybe the Max will come with that. And if we look at the wheel well, there's some nice carpet material here, which will also help with sound deadening. So if we go to the left side, we can see a rear facing camera. You got AVATR badging here, and then also the blue illumination for autonomous driving. So people around you got to see that you are driving using the autonomous driving function, so they are more careful. We get another camera here and another one here as well, both sitting on this electronic rear view mirror, and you have an integrated turn signal light here. I'm surprised that this is not illuminated blue as well, because for the autonomous driving, most cars have this double as both autonomous driving signal and turn signal. But I believe they haven't done that because they have the illumination here, so that's fine. If I just step back, we can see almost the full size of the car. The window is not allowing me to go any further, but this is what we see. We'll go around the car before we come to the interior. So you have your almost conventional door handles, but also their electronic. So once you place your hands in there, there's a sensor and then it pops open, and you can also press to open it. It's electronically aided, so it will open for you if there's nothing in the way. And to close it, you can still push it, or you press this button and it's going to shut on you. It's going to shut for you. So that's really nice. And if we go down, it's got this nice piano black material going from the front to the back, and integrated there is an aluminum panel, just like what we saw on the front a little earlier. And we go on to the back. You can see the windows are not tinted. They have this very slight tint, very similar to a similar degree to the windshield we just saw. So I believe if you want it darker, you have to do it aftermarket, or maybe you can order it for them to do it for you from factory. I believe that possibility is there. But yeah, I'm happy that it's not pop-out style. And interestingly, when the electronics fail, like you can see, like VW is doing, you can pull the whole handle out to unlock it, which is really nice for emergencies. And we look at the back design. It has this fastback sort of design, like the caravans of old. And we come here, you have your charging area, and it opens upwards. I like the ones that open like this, so on rainy days it's going to stop the rain from getting in your system. You get your fast and slow charging. As you can see, it's being charged now. So, and it's got an indicator here to tell you your state of charge. And then you have a button here to press to shut it. That's nice. We come to the rear. The rear is coming with the same design of wheels and tires, 255, 45, rim 20. And you got a suspension going on there. Not much to talk about here. And if we go on to the rear, we have a parking sensor starting from the left. And then you have your lighting assembly also starting from the left and going all the way across to the right side. And underneath you have a thin blue lighting for your autonomous driving as well. And we look up here, we have a brake light bar here. This camera, I'm holding the camera at my mouth level, and you can see I'm 183 centimeters tall. You can see that this is a low car, but when you're sat in it, it doesn't feel too low. I'll show you in a minute. And then you get two cameras here, and you have your rear view. You have your rear window, which is nicely tinted from factory. It's not too big, but we'll see if you can see well out. It's not that big, and you got a nice small wiper sitting on it. You got your badge in here, and then you come down here, you have a camera, your number plate placement area. You got parking sensors sitting on this piano black material, and when you go further down, you have a reflector on the left and on the right, and then underneath it, you have some nice design language going on with, again, the aluminum integrated in the black piano material. So if I go further back, we can see what the rear looks like. And we go on to the right side, we have your 06T badge in here. And the right side is going to be the same as the left side. So let's go and continue our review from the boot. To open the boot, just like conventional cars, you just locate a button, you press it, and it's going to open. And when it opens, even though it's a low car, it goes quite high. So my head is just about hitting it, and it's not too bad. You can just bend a little and you can have access to it. And even though it's not an SUV style, it sits quite high, so you're not going to be bending too much. And being a hatchback, it's going to be comfortable for even taller drivers and taller users, because you can just stand. You don't need to bend your waist too much. But when it opens to this size of boot, which I would say is a really nice size. It's not too deep. I won't say you can carry a lot of luggage or baggage in here, but it's doable for regular family trips and all that. And in the boot, you have nice carpet material all around. On this side, you have a lever here to collapse the seat, so it's not electronic. I believe the Max version might have that, but don't take my word on that. And then you have a boot lighting here. You got a tie-down hook over there, one on the left side. You have a 12-volt socket. I'm wondering why the 12-volt socket is in there. I would have thought that it will be closer to the edge or the back of the car. You have to reach all the way to access it. And then you have another boot light in here, carpet material, speaker grill on this side. And then the whole floor is also lined with some nice carpet material. And when I lift the false floor, there isn't that much extra space. You can put bits and pieces, flat items here, but not something crazy. You got your safety triangle, of course. You got your tow hook here, and that's about it. There's no tire repair kit or anything. There's no spare tire, so I believe you have to get your tire repair kit by yourself. And it has this nice design pattern on this plastic here, so when you slide things in and out, the whole surface is not going to scratch. It's just going to sit on the nice pattern here. It's going to be, and it's going to take years before you actually reach the flat area. So I think it's been nicely done. Not too bad. And to shut it, you just have that one button. You press it and you are going to have it shut. So it's nothing extraordinary in the boot. It's just the regular features that you will need. Now let's go to the second row seat. Let's open the door. So I would say the door opens to about 85 degrees, and then you have your very thick glass here. It's not double glazed, but it's quite thick, so I believe it's going to be good for sound deadening. And when you look in there, you have, this is the design they are going for. I'll start from the top. You have this trim here. Integrated in it is your ambient lighting, which you can change several colors for. You got a nice speaker grill here. I believe it's a tweeter. You got a door handle here. You press twice to open. And when the electronics fail, you have a real physical lever here. You pull it twice to exit. And it's nice that it's indicated in English. So even if you using this car outside China, it's going to be very easy to access and understand what's going on. Button to raise and lower your window, and it's very, very hard as well. So the passengers are not going to be playing with it because it's not something that yields easily, but in an emergency you will need to use it. It's better than those ones that are usually hidden in the door pocket or something. And then you have another speaker grill down here. As you can see, Meridian speakers. I'm not sure if it's showing. So it's going to give us some really good sound, but the entry area itself is quite wide. I won't say it's the widest I've seen, but it's quite easy to get your feet in there. And I'm not sure about this thing here. It's kind of protruding too far out. So if it's if underneath or behind it is hidden in nice metal for rigidity, then that makes sense. But if it's just for design purposes, then I'm wondering why they did it, because somebody, kids or someone, is going to mistakenly step on it, mistake it for a step, but it is not. Even by pressing, I can feel it's yielding. So if it's not for any safety purposes, then I'm not sure about this design here. But let's move on. You got AVATR indicated on this nice aluminum here. I'm not sure if it's, yes, it looks like it's illuminated when it's dark, so that's nice. This one is coming with this two-tone sort of light purple and white interior, and if we look inside, we can see very nice white seats. I would say best for 2 passengers, but 3 passengers is also possible. And you got isofix anchor points on both window seats. You got the seat belt hooks recessed nicely into the seat, and I like that they have the two-tone material on the seat as well. And the seat belt is also a different color, which is going together with this tone color. The seats are perforated. So for this max version, only the front passenger seat and the driver's seat are heated, ventilated, and massaged. The rear seats don't have any of that function, but if you upgrade to the Max Plus, then you're going to have those functions on the rear seats as well. But let me just sit in the back so we can see. So when I'm sat here at 183 centimeters tall, I moved my seat to my driving position, and you can see that I just have just about enough room. I won't say it's the most spacious, but if you have a slightly shorter driver, then you can move the seat forward a little bit. But at my height and even taller people, the passenger at the back needs to be somebody who is on the shorter side, otherwise they won't feel comfortable. So even though I have room to move, I don't have enough room to put my feet under the seat unless the seat is jacked up, which I think is going to be a problem for taller passengers. But if you're not too tall, nothing to worry about. So that's something to take note of. And then you have some nice seat pockets here in the back. I like cars that are still maintaining this. And you have another seat pocket on the behind the front passenger as well. And whatever you see on my seat, On my side, it's the same thing you're going to see on the opposite seat. So you can, if I close the door, you can see the ambient lighting coming through here, which is quite nice. And if I point to the opposite seat, this is what you're going to see. I was talking about the window earlier, so you can see how tiny and slanted the window is. So, but with the cameras these days, it's not really necessary for the driver to look out the window. You can just use the cameras, and then you have a speaker grill up here and another one on that side. So you're going to have some nice sound coming to your head area. And if we look up here, we have a microphone inlet. We have a touch sensitive touch to activate interior lighting, and you have this nice grab handle. It's not like the Xiaomi one which moves. This one is static, so when you hold it, you have a very good grip on it, and it's nice. It's very nice soft leather as well, so it feels quite good to hold. So if you are sat in the back here, this is what you're going to see, and I would say it's quite a lovely interior. Now, talking of headroom, when I'm sat here, this is the amount of headroom that I have, and the seat reclines quite nicely. The recline position is quite nice, so I think as a passenger, I'll feel comfortable here. Minus, besides the leg room, which is not that much, I think I'll be comfortable here in terms of headroom. And this one comes with a full glass panoramic roof, which doesn't change in opacity. It doesn't have that function. So if you want to prevent more heat from coming in, you have to get the agent was telling me they have a sunshade that you can buy and just insert it there. But the glass itself is treated from factory, so it's going to block a significant amount of the sun and the heat that is coming into the car. So if you're sat in the back again, this is what you're going to see. Some very nice headrest design here. And if I just go around, this is what you're going to see. So that's nice. Let's move on now to the front. So like I said, to open the door with emergency latch, you pull it up twice. But to open it at normal times, you just press this twice and it's going to open. And unlike the front, which electronically opens for you, with the rear, you have to do it manually. But maybe with the Max Plus version, it will open automatically on the rear as well. So now we're taking a look at the front passenger seat, and it opens, I would say, almost 90 degrees. I'll say 85 or just above 85 degrees. And when it opens, this is how wide you get it. So it's a lot more easier to get in the front. But when we look at the door configuration, it's basically the same thing. And look at the amount of space you have here. So getting in is not a problem. And if we look at the seat, it has lots of seat controls here. You have calf support, which moves relatively fast. And then you have your seat forward, back. You have your seat recline right here. And then you have lumbar support button here. So that's really nice. And then you can see the seat design itself looks really, really cool. I'm not sure about this white interior because I can already see, even in the showroom, little bits of so if you are the kind of person who likes white interior, then you should be ready to clean it often. I'm sure there are some agents to use for that cleaning purpose, but the design itself is really nice perforations here, stitching looks good, nice pillows, and a nice headrest as well. This one is airplane style, but it doesn't move, so it's stationary, so you can't adjust it, it's just there. But you can adjust the height. So there's a button in the back, you press it and you can move it up and down depending on the height you want it at. And if you look at the floor carpet itself, the master carpet mimics the design of the purple here, but where you actually step with your feet have some very thick carpets, and it's branded 06T, 06T as well. And it's not just some flimsy plastic, it's some nice aluminum material. So that's nice. Some luxury touch there. Now, if I just sit in the seat, up here we have your sun visor, which is a nice size for this kind of car. It's not a very high car, so your head is quite close to the roof, so they can't really make a bigger one. But you have a vanity mirror with lights on both sides, and you just close it magnetically, and it feels very solid as well. The material is not Alcantara, but it's this nice feeling soft fabric, which feels really good all around. And we come down here, we have a real glove box and a physical button to open it. I really like that. And it's a nice size glove box, and it's lined with felt as well, so you're going to just slide things in there. And it's perpendicular to your legs, so leg room is not going to be a problem. But I like that they have a physical button. You don't have to do it on the screen or voice activated. And when you look at the dash itself, it has this very simple design. So you just go up there and then you have access to that screen stretching from the right all the way to the left. And if you look here, because of the electronic windows, you can see that it's populating your rear view on this side, and on the other side the drivers as well. And the middle part has many functions, but at the moment in this showroom is displaying your charging state of charge. When I came in it was 44%, now it's 45. Very big, very easy to see. The screen is very crisp and it's not in the way, because if I put a camera at my mouth level, you can see that I can see very clearly out of the car, and all the controls are just below it. And this screen is not intrusive as well. So when I'm sat here as a normal, regular height person, I can see everything very clearly. So I think that in terms of visibility, this has been done really nicely. And up here you have a speaker grill, and I believe some vents coming between the dash and the windshield, of course, for the defogging function and all that, because I can see a cutout there in the dash. So overall, really nice area. And here you have underneath the center console, there is a nice storage area here. It's quite narrow, but there is a storage area that you can use. And the front passenger can also access the storage area here. So this car doesn't come with a fridge or anything. I'm not sure if the Max Plus has that function. Unlike other cars in China now, this one doesn't have that function. So, but you can open the center storage area by pressing this button. It's not the most tactile I've felt. It has a resistance to it, but it feels good when you press it though. And you can see the lock here just yields when you press it, and then it pops open. And the same cover also doubles as your handrest for both the driver and the passenger. But if I open it again, you can see how much space in there. It's quite deep. So you have space to store a lot. So I'll say storage in this car, even though it's kind of tight in the back, I would say storage is very generous in this car. You have two cup holders here, conventional round design. You got wireless charging pad here, and this area has no ventilation, so I believe that wireless charging is only for the left side, but you can rest another phone here. It's not indicated how fast the charging is, and like I mentioned, a lot is in English, so you see wireless charging here, which is nice. It looks like this car has been built with export in mind. And that's another thing. If you're interested in any of these cars, you can reach out to me. Check the description box. You'll find my number and you can get in touch. And then up here, you got AVATR badging here. It is nice illuminated strip here, all looking really nice. And your air vent is in the middle there as well. So overall, very, very nice design, I would say. Now let's move into the driver's seat. And the front doors are soft close doors as well. The rears are not, but the front doors are soft close. Let me just show you that. So once it hits it, it's going to shut and then pull up the window. So that's cool. So getting the driver's door, same thing. There's a sensor, it recognizes it, and it's electronically aided, so it helps you to open the door. And the door itself, like the front passenger door, opens up to about same 85 and above degrees, but I don't know if you're going to need to open it that far. I think in most cases this is enough. And let's take a look at the driver's door. Design is basically the same as the other ones, except that the driver obviously has a lock, window lock and car lock buttons here, and then the 4 levers here, or buttons to control all the 4 windows, and the same knobs that we saw on the passenger door are also on the driver's door as well, and the same luxury touches also on the driver's side. Nice pillows, basically the same seat design. So let me just get in the driver's seat. So sat in the driver's seat, there are several ways you can close the door. So when I press the brake lever, you can see the steering adjusted and then the door shut for me, and then it pulls up, it rolls up the window, and to open it I just press double. It's going to open and the steering is going to adjust as well. So again, when I press the brake lever, the steer adjusts and the door shuts and the window goes up, and when I press twice it opens and the steering goes back. It goes up to allow you to slide out nicely without any resistance. So that's nice. And I can also shut it by just pressing that button, one press, and then it's going to do the same thing for you. And if we look here, same design, you got your ambient lighting coming through here just like the rear. But let me open it for some fresh air and some lighting. And let's start from the top here. So you got your hazard button here, which is nicely illuminated. You got a master interior light button here, and then you have an SOS button here. You got 4 microphone holes here sitting on this nice design assembly. And then you have your rear view mirror here. And if you can see that the interior lighting for the front is on this is the first time I'm seeing it. It's integrated underneath the rear view mirror. So when I turn it off, you can see it goes off, and it responds quite fast as well. I think it's a nice feature. Most cars will put it somewhere here, but this one is integrated here, so that's nice. And then I already talked a lot about that under storage area here, which is also accessible by the driver. And the center storage area, the driver also has a dedicated button on this side to open it as well. Nothing electronic, it all works quite nice. Doubles as a handrest as well. And we come to the driver's visor. It's exactly the same as the passenger, so it's big enough to see your face, so that's nice. Not much to talk about there. And we come to the dash area. I said a little bit about it, but if you're sat in the driver's seat, this is the view you're going to have. You can see clearly out the road, very, very visible. The car sits, the seat sits quite high, and all the screens are below, so you're going to see very clearly out. And you can see that the electronic mirrors are bringing in some nice clear camera feed. So when you're sitting here, you don't really have to take your eye off the road and look out the window. If you're turning, obviously you have to use that, and for safety you also have to look over your shoulder, but you can just keep your eyes and your head looking straight, and you can see your blind spots right inside. That's becoming a thing now. It might take a while before we all get used to these electronic rear view mirrors, but I think eventually that's where it's going to go. There are sensors here to monitor the driver's level of tiredness, that kind of thing. And the same design of the dash from the passenger side is also continued here as well to give it some uniformity. And everywhere you look, even on the door, you can see AVATR everywhere. So they're trying to tell you what car you're driving wherever you look. And the steering wheel itself, this is the steering wheel that AVATR has done since the beginning, and they are sticking to it. And because it has this flat top, it helps to see the screen quite clearly. I don't see HUD. I'm not sure if the Max Plus comes with HUD, but I don't think it's really necessary because you get the screen right here, and you also got all the information you need in front of you. And maybe even from my camera, you can see how clear it is even from this distance in front of the steering wheel. So I don't think it's going to be really necessary to have HUD. And coming back to the steering wheel, so this is their signature steering wheel. It's not completely round. It's flattened on the bottom and the top. I would say it's basically a rectangle, but because it's drive-by-wire, every little input you're going to have a lot of output. So, and then here you have a turn signal lever, and it also doubles as your wipers, lighting control, that kind of thing. And this is how it looks like. And if we go to the right side, you have your lever for changing gears. You press P to park. You got your horn in the middle, and then you got your mode selector here, and then you also got your voice control button here. So it's nice that when you're holding your steering wheel, you can just press it like this. It's a nice design, I would say. It feels very intuitive, and it's just ergonomically right. And then you have 2 rotors here for controlling different functions, one on the left, one on the right, and that's about it. So very nice, simple steering wheel design. And I think it does aesthetically, it looks quite nice, and it might take some people time to get used to it, but since it's drive-by-wire, the input is what's important. So you can just keep both hands on both ends and just turn left, right, make your driving easier. And let's go to the main screen. So it's a very nice size main screen. As you can see, it's quite crisp. I'm not sure if the camera is doing justice. It's not one of those huge ones, but sitting here, you can see everything very clearly. Let's take a little detailed look at it. So you have your home button here. You have this one to press to populate your apps just like a phone. So this one comes with a Huawei technology. So if you're running a Huawei phone, things are going to work seamlessly. But with other Android or iOS, I don't know if there's provision for that. But you have the very nice screen, very nice graphics, icons. It's not the sharpest I've seen, but it's more than enough. And then you go to, I already changed the language into English, so obviously you have English. There's English and Chinese, no other languages, but you can see Harmony Space, that's the operating system from Huawei. And let's take a look at quick control. So you can open and close the trunk, the charging port locks, side mirrors, windows, child lock. You can do that from here. And then you also have your driving, eco, comfort, sport, and custom. You can just select your drive mode, put it back on eco, and then you have your sounds. You can control your music from your Meridian speaker, so it shows you where it's coming from: surround sound, energetic, cinema, custom, lots of controls here. Put it back to authentic. You got your lights where you can control your ambient lighting, color, your interior lighting, brightness, and all that kind of stuff. And then you have energy, all about your battery consumption, that kind of thing. Driver assistance. So here's where you're going to have all those navigation, safety, 360 view camera settings, all that. Smart scenes. And these are still in Chinese. I believe these are like new updates. I'm not sure what they are talking about. And then you also have your display information, brightness, dark mode, light mode, that kind of thing. And then you also go to connections where you can wireline, wireless, hotspot, Bluetooth, connectivity, all that stuff, Huawei Share. And I don't see Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure what's going on here. And then you have your assistant, voice control, AI stuff all in here, vehicle status. So here you can see your total kilometers, your trip reader, servicing information, SOS call, and then you have your system updates and all that around here. And then you have major icons populated here, so it's going to be easy to just hit them when you have the need for them. And here, like I mentioned, you populate your apps. This one is the settings. This one comes with, brings up your navigation, and you can see how quick it responds quite fast, and you can see all the objects moving around you because of the radar sensor up there. You got your music and entertainment here. You got your seat controls here. Like I mentioned, this Max version only has the functions for the front. The rest, you don't have that. When you upgrade to the Max Plus, then you have all those. Climate control here, you can do a dual zone. So you just move it up, down, and you can control the direction of the, and it's nice that they have this slider up here. You can control your fan speed here. 360 view camera here. Even in the showroom, it's very clear. Your wind direction in the car, defogger, you can tuck in the electronic mirror. So if I press it again, let's look at the electronic mirror. So you can open it up. So you can do it manually, and I believe you can set it to shut or to tuck in each time you get out of a car or whatever. And then you can open the boot and close it with this button. So it doesn't just open, it also closes as well. You get a volume control here, I believe for the passenger, because it's on the edge. So the driver has controls on the steering wheel. The passenger can do that from that side as well. And you can just press to turn off your AC. The AC is quite strong, I would say, and it has wind speed going very far. So yeah, and those are the settings for basic settings that I'm sure once you're using the car, there are a lot more functions that I can't talk about. And then you have your profile here, your temperature, your weather, and then you can see the car is in is in exhibition mode, so you can disable, so you can drive it away. Usually when they put it in the showroom, they put it in display mode, so fidgety people will not mistakenly drive it away. You have your time right in the middle, and then you have connectivity indicators here. So I'm not sure if that's all the functionality. I'm sure once you start using it, you can do a lot more customization. Now, in terms of leg room, like I mentioned before, you can see my legs are not touching. I have more than enough room. Headroom is quite good as well for the driver. Obviously, you can just adjust up and down. Being that it's not a very high car, I would say headroom is quite good. right, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful you stuck to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can grow it together. And once you do, I'll be encouraged to bring you more and more amazing videos of beautiful cars coming out of China here. Again, this is not a technical review. This is just a static walk around review of the features and the aesthetics. All right, guys, once again, thank you so much. Till I see you in the next video, ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.